shattering all efforts to secure the release of Nimisha Priya. Yemen President Rashad al-Alimi on 30th of December approved the death sentence of Kerala nurse who was convicted of murdering a Yemeni citizen. As per reports, the sentence will be executed in a month's time. The decision has come as a shock to the family back home as efforts were ongoing to save the 36-year-old from death row. Now, Nimisha Priya's mother, Prema Kumari, 57 years old, had been striving hard for the past many years to save her daughter. MEA, the Ministry of External Affairs, has responded to the developments regarding the case, and the official spokesperson said, and I quote, "We are aware of the sentence of Ms. Nimisha Priya in Yemen. We understand that the family of Ms. Priya is exploring relevant options. The government is extending all possible help in the matter." Now, earlier this year, Nimisha's mother had reached Yemen's capital and has been staying there to secure a waiver for the death penalty and negotiate with victims' family. She was provided assistance by Save Nimisha Priya International Action Council, comprising NRI social workers based in Yemen. All right, there you have it. Big development coming in as far as the death sentence of Nimisha Priya is concerned. It appears that despite all the efforts by Nimisha Priya's family back home, the Yemen president has now confirmed and sanctioned the death row of the 36-year-old nurse. Now, what are the allegations? The allegations are that Nimisha Priya is responsible for the death of a Yemeni citizen. The Ministry of External Affairs has also reacted now, suggesting that they are aware of the family's efforts and they are exploring relevant options as well as extending all help to the family there regarding Nimisha Priya and ways to save her from that death sentence. Now, remember, earlier this year, Nimisha Priya's mother had reached Yemen's capital and had been staying there to secure a waiver of death penalty and negotiate with families of the victim. It looks like she was unsuccessful, and Nimisha Priya could be facing that death penalty within a month. Now, Yemen president has approved, we are given to understand, death sentence of Indian nurse Nimisha Priya. She has been in prison since 2017 for the murder of a Yemeni national. The execution is now set to take place in a month's time. In India, back home, the Ministry of External Affairs has also confirmed that they are supporting the family and trying to explore relevant options. The MEA has also expressed its complete willingness towards extending all possible help to explore options. The Yemeni president's decision has come as a shock to the family of the 36-year-old nurse Nimisha Priya. Remember, they've been working day and night to save her from a death penalty. Her mother traveled to Yemen's capital to secure a waiver, but she has been unsuccessful. Now, Nimisha Priya, a trained nurse from Palakkad, she worked in a private hospital in Yemen for several years. But in 2017, she was accused of killing a Yemeni national. She had attempted to retrieve her passport, which was seized by the person she is allegedly have killed. All right, my colleague Yash joining us live once again on that story. Yash, we now know that all the efforts by Nimisha Priya, her parents, her family seem to be now redundant as Yemeni president has sanctioned her death sentence.
Well, yes, at this point, Shweta, it looks like that the death sentence will go on as planned, but MEA has also responded to this entire query, and they've said that they have taken stock of this very situation and that they're trying to negotiate, and perhaps they're trying to do whatever they can from their side of this very story. Like you mentioned, a lot of efforts were made by the family members of Nimisha in this very case, where the mother also went to Yemen to actually negotiate this entire case, but nothing was bared fruitful till this very point. And now what we are learning that within a month this execution order could be implemented and this execution could be done. But it is also important to understand Nimisha's side of story. Nimisha had maintained that the person who she had killed was torturing her, and in fact there were certain differences which had propped up. So there were certain questions which were raised on this entire investigation also. Just because she was an Indian national, there were certain loopholes in this very investigation. That's why the family members had approached the Yemen government regarding this very case, but since then no fruitful outcome has been reaped by this entire process. But at this juncture, what we are understanding, MEA is trying its best to meddle in this entire situation, and what they are trying to do is they're trying to communicate with the government. In fact, the latest statement from the Ministry of External Affairs points to only one thing, that government is trying to do something of this situation, but at this given juncture, the death sentence has been inked by the Yemen president.
All right, the death sentence now stays. Let's quickly tell our viewers where it all started. It started in 2017 when Priya was convicted of killing a Yemeni national, Talal Abdo Mehendi. She was attempting to retrieve her passport, which was seized by Mehendi. She allegedly injected a sedative. Her intention was to incapacitate him, but the dose proved to be fatal, leading to his death. So the intention was not to kill the Yemeni national, but he got killed in the process. She was sentenced to death by a Yemeni court in 2018. There was an appeal in 2023, but it now appears that her death sentence has been approved by the president.